SERVIEW Knowledge Nuggets. What is Itil? Origin, background, and objectives. The term Itil has become an essential part of the environment of IT organizations. Itil stands for an extensive collection of years of experience of IT organizations. These experiences, generally referred to as best practices on the market, are made publicly available worldwide as comprehensive guidelines. The foundation of these extensive guidelines go back to the 1980s. The origin of Itil as the so-called Information Technology Infrastructure Library can be found in Great Britain. The early 1980s was the time of Margret Thatcher. She was known as the Iron Lady for extensive changes in the public sector and especially for large privatizations of state-owned companies. The creation of Itil is also seen in this context. In regard to the extensive restructuring in the public sector, the requirements for services in the field of information technology have also changed. Information technology has gained an ever-increasing share in numerous services in the public sector. With the increasing importance of information technology, the complexity and especially the costs have also begun to rise. The so-called Central Computer and Telecommunications Agency, CCTA, a British government agency that supported government departments in the areas of computing and telecommunications, wanted to get a grip on these rising costs by attempting to apply proven standard procedures. To this end, the public and private sectors analyzed the procedures, terms, and concepts that have been proven to be effective in the context of services supported by information technology and subsequently became widely accepted. One significant term that was shaped in this way was that of IT service for the form of service provision as a provider of information technology. Today, however, the term service is generally used only. In the end, these proven procedures were not a single method either. The best practices from Itil are a large collection of different methods, so it was decided to collect them as a library in the form of books and then make them available for application. That was the birth of Itil. The abbreviation Itil stood for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. This abbreviation is no longer used since version 3. Today, Itil is a brand name and describes in its sum the way in which service management can be implemented. The concept of documenting best practices in the IT environment as best practices has been followed for about 40 years. After the first books at the beginning of the 1980s, the topics became more and more concrete. With Itil version 2, the focus was put on the areas of support and delivery of IT services. Itil version 3 was the first edition to bring the procedures, terms, and concepts into a systematic context in order to help entire organizations and service management. The current version, now called Itil 4, continues the path of Itil version 3 and adapts the concept of service management to the needs and working methods of organizations today. The focus of Itil 4 is on the concept of value creation in association with more flexible ways of working and approaches. Agile is a buzzword in service delivery today, not only in the information technology environment. This leads to different ways of working and also forms of organization which can also improve the delivery of services. Itil 4 meets these challenges with its service value system. Today, Itil is being developed further by Exelos, a joint venture between the British government and a private company. A great advantage of Itil has always been that it is vendor neutral and can be applied to any company. Even if one likes to talk about a standard, formally Itil is not a standard. Itil is a collection of general guidelines that companies can use to set up and operate a service management system. Are you interested? Just visit us on our website www.serview-group.com.